All right, guys, and welcome back to Yo Spilt. So, tonight is my birthday, and I was gonna make a big old video about how far we've came and how big the channel has grown and everything, and then I was gonna surprise you guys at the end, showing you Vaca and everything that I've been doing to her. But as you can tell, there's no head on the car. And there's a lot of nice wiring and the distributors over there. And there's a compression tester right there. And yeah. So let me get to explaining what happened. I actually not 100% sure how it happened or what happened to the motor. So this is the B20B that I rebuilt. This has the 13-to-1 pistons in it. It has a set of Eagle rods in it. It's been rebalanced and everything. The short block is 100% healthy. The transmission still has the Phantom Grip LSD in it. It has a stage 5 or 4. I forgot it. I don't even remember what clutch I put in this thing. So since the last time you guys have seen this car, it has a complete complete Rye-Wire standalone harness. So basically what I did is I completely removed all of the OEM wiring. I don't remember if I've showed this in the video or not, but this is about 28 pounds of wiring, fuse box, everything. We can add an ignition switch and extra lines and this wiring back here, which I still haven't even finished cutting out. But altogether, it'll be about 30 to 32 pounds of stuff that I removed from this car. To make it even lighter, as light as we possibly could. Now that, it's been over a year, there's definitely no Honda Build Challenge. All that stuff is gone. I want to make this car actually pretty nice. So what we have right here is a Rye-Wire, basically remote fuse box. Here's a power wire with everything ran nicely. There's the switch panel, which I already remotely just laid it right here because I was using it to turn over the motor. Here's the cluster, which I removed because with the Rye-Wire harness and the Demon board, we completely converted this car to OBD1. So I had to convert the speed sensor from the old school cable style to the new school electronic. Did all that, got the wiring harness in the car, had a battery down here, wired everything up, went to turn it over. I didn't even wire the fuel pump up because, like I said, this car's been setting for a good while. You guys know that because I haven't had it on the channel in a while. Another thing, I don't know if I showed you guys, it has all new brakes. I know I did a video a long time ago where I replaced the rotors and pads and everything. Well, the car still had the problem when you were rolling the car, the brakes would lock up. So you could get a weird sensation in the brakes, and then they would start locking up and you could feel the car holding itself back. Wasn't a fan of that. I found out proportioning valve had an issue. One of the rear calipers had an issue. One of the front calipers had an issue. So there was a lot of problems. So it has a new master. It has both front new calipers, brand new rotors, brand new pads, brand new everything on the front of the car. Basically, everything is brand new. You can see it just start rusting. That's from it setting in the trailer. The brake system is 100%. The wiring is 100%. It turns over. The ECU powers on. Everything works with the wiring. The problem I ran into, and why you guys see the head off, is because somehow in the transporting of it from Florida to Pennsylvania, and it's setting in the trailer, and it's setting at my house in Florida before I moved up here, we bent some valves in the head. So with these pistons being such high compression, I didn't have a timing belt on the car for about 2 months. So it was just sitting in the house with no timing belt or anything. I was working on other stuff in the garage. Who knows? I have no explanation of why the valves got bent. But over here on the bench, I have the head apart. These two valves right here are just leaking a little bit. This cylinder was completely full of dirt. Like when I took the head off the car, which I should have videoed, but I didn't. This cylinder was completely full of dirt. Like I literally pulled the head off the car, and the whole piston was just coated in dirt and debris. I don't know if rats had got into the car. They don't really have much to eat in the car. There's nothing in the car, but there was full of dirt and corrosion and nasty stuff. So I pulled these two valves out, did the quick little WD-40 test, sprayed WD-40 down the holes, see which one leaked. These two leaked. These two valves right here are completely bent. So if you guys don't know about this build, this is my basically like ultimate B20B build. You have SuperTech dual valve springs and retainers, keepers. It's a P8R head that I ported. It has a 13-to-1 compression bottom end, which is an 84 millimeter. You can see the sleeves are like brand new still. It has a big tube header with a megaphone welded on the back. It has a direct port nitrous kit with a Victor Edelbrock Victor X with a 74 millimeter throttle body, fully ported. It has a 4-inch intake that comes out to a 11-inch cone. The car before, when it was a 10-to-1 compression motor and only had Crowder 404s in it, made 178 horsepower. We pulled timing for nitrous, and then we sprayed it with I believe 100 shot, and it made like 200 and something. Ended up lifting the head. I had Delta 272, sprayed it with 125. It lifted the head, broke the clutch, replaced the clutch, put a different head on it, did the same thing, put it back on the dyno, same thing happened. We lifted the head again. So it wasn't anything I did. It was just that I was trying to do it on the budget, so I had never put ARP head studs in it. Well, now as you can see, there's ARP head studs, and these cams are Crowder 405-2s, which I don't believe you can buy anymore. I got these months and months and months and months before I even moved out of Florida and moved to Pennsylvania. I saw them online for sale for like, I think $385. And I was told that they don't make them anymore. So I literally put an order in with, I believe it was Jegs. And they contacted me the next day through email and asked me if I really wanted a set of them, because, I put the order in. Because they could source a set of the ones that they could find. Or if they could source a set of the ones they could find. It was worded really weird in the email. So it kind of made me like skeptical about it. So I actually called them, and they got me over to a representative, and they searched through, I guess, their personal catalog or personal system, and they actually said they found a set, and they would ship them to me as soon as they can get in contact with the people that had the set of cams. So I waited, I believe, over a month and a half or 2 months like that, and then I never got an email back. And then one day they just showed up at my house. They showed up in a black Crowder box. They said 405s on them. And if you guys don't know what 405 sounds like, it's literally the ultimate B20 cam. Like you can't go bigger B20 or LS cam unless you get a custom billet cut. The reason why you can't go bigger is because those cam sliders right there, these cams, if the cam slider nut is actually turned a little bit, that nut will hit these cams and you will actually stop rotating the motor. So that's actually the first thing I saw when I pulled the valve cover off, because I had tested the compression and I had no compression. So I just thought I had left the cam sliders or followers too tight, and it was just holding the valves open. Well, I pulled the valve cover off, and the sliders were just like loose laying there with the cam lobe down on them, which doesn't make sense because the cams are so big, there's no way the sliders should be loose. So then I started, I guess I got to pull the head and figure out what's wrong. As you can tell, we have bent valves. Like I said, Vaca she's going to get finished. I invested the money into a harness and a fuse box and everything. We were making this thing lighter than ever. Still has the RPF 1s on it. Still has the custom max speeding rods with BC spring rates. The car has not changed. The fuel cell is there. It no longer has a factory tank. Like I said, my goal now is to make it nice. I do want to put a wrap on it. I want to do with some type of cowl wrap or something funny, unique, something different. And we do plan on getting a cage in this thing. Safety first. I'm getting older. If you guys don't know, It's my birthday today. I said it earlier in this video. But yeah, getting older, I don't want to die doing something stupid, especially in a car that potentially will be pretty fast. If we can get the car down to what I want it to be, this car will weigh about 1,750 pounds. I'm pretty almost 99% sure we can get this car down to 1,750. So me plus the car, 2,000 pounds. I weigh around 250. Go on a diet to lose a little bit of weight. We can get it down to less than 2,000. But that's the goal. A DA with everything in it, with either a half cage so I can certify to go 1150 safely, and make the car weigh 1,750. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the. As always, I know it's been a long time since I made a video on the Vaca. I wasn't expecting that valves to be bent or anything like that. I'm actually really shocked. It's my birthday, so I'm in good spirits. Might as well take it apart, fix it the right way. Now that I invested money in all the wiring and the Demon and injectors and the fuel pump, I've invested a good amount of money into the car now. So might as well do it right. No more budget or ghetto half building the car or half assing the car. We're going to put a small battery in it. Like I said, I'm going to do everything to make this thing as light as possible, but we're going to make sure it's safe. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've been rambling on for about 11 minutes now. If you haven't followed or subscribed to Yoast Built, do it. We do have a Facebook page where I share cool builds that I find online or people send to me. I share racing videos. I share a lot of media-based stuff. And we do have an Instagram as well, where I show a lot of the local stuff that I go to, SECA events and stuff like that. You'll see stuff pop up on there before the video is released. But, as always, you guys are the greatest, and have a wonderful night.